Stupid. Fucking stupid. I don't know. I'm just testing out the microphone. I think it's working. I think my microphone is working. I'm not 100% sure. No one's in this chat yet. But what is up, guys? Chase over here bringing you not a Raw review, just a rant of some sorts of Raw Reunion. A show that I was looking forward to. Like, you know, I don't really look forward to much like wrestling shows nowadays because a lot of them is just the same old stuff. Like, let's go out there, do a bunch of super kicks, do a bunch of flips, do a bunch of kicks, do a bunch of the same old shit, blends together, bleeds together, feels like every other fucking wrestling show. So yes, I don't mind when WWE says, hey, let's just do some nostalgia shows because it's different. It's better than, hey, let's just go out there and try to wrestle for 3 hours. But Chase, that's the whole point of the show. It's wrestling. No, if you want to just watch wrestling for 3 hours, go watch New Japan, okay? Like I don't remember watching WWF as a kid and was like, man, I can't wait to see Chris Jericho versus Bubba Ray Dudley. And stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching Raw and I was like, oh shoot, what kind of antics is Stone Cold and Vince McMahon gonna get up to? So I was looking forward to this show because, you know, nostalgia shows, they're kind of hard to fuck up for WWE. Like WWE knows how to put on good nostalgia shows. What's up, Degenerate Shargun? What's up, I Am Venom? What's up, Global Wars? How y'all doing tonight? Hopefully you guys can hear me just fine. Let me put on the headphones to look even more professional than I should be. But anyways, yeah, so I was like, man, how do you mess up a reunion show? And WWE did just that. They messed up the Raw reunion. Here's the thing: nostalgia acts. It was like WWE. They didn't plan out any good uses of these nostalgia acts. Like the thing about the nostalgia acts, it's cool when they're in the ring. It's cool when they're in the ring doing something for the fans to be like, oh wow, they're in the ring and stuff like that. These guys were limited to just being backstage on commentary. Like seriously, you heard Christian's theme song, you're like, oh, Christian's probably going to do an impromptu creep show, maybe put someone over, and it's like no, what is this? He's on commentary, no one can hear him, and he's commentating a match that doesn't matter. This is not like Christian's commentating a match that, you know, is like an IC title match or a US title match, something that would fit the lines of Christian. No, he's commentating Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins taking on the Viking War Raiders Extreme. I like, what? Like, for real. And then you have all these other legends, like Rey Mysterio has to beat up Sami Zayn because Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe were playing the hardcore internet fan tonight. And Sami Zayn goes out there and he's like trying to run away from Rey Mysterio. And then all of a sudden, it's like he gets afraid because Rob Van Dam, Hurricane, Kurt Angle in a suit, and Sergeant Slaughter come out there, and it's like, wait, why are they out there? Why is RVD in ring gear? He's not going to wrestle. Like, this would make more sense if one of Sami Zayn's little goofy friends comes out, and then RVD comes out and says, yo, Ray, I'm here to team with you. Whole effing show. Rob Van Dam. No, nothing. Like, the whole point of the nostalgia acts for the wrestlers that can still wrestle, they go out to the ring to, you know, wrestle. They're not just in the backstage area, and as everyone's going to be like, oh, what about the 24/7 title stuff? That was cool. It was funny for what it was worth. You know, Pat Patterson winning was good. I liked Kelly winning. I thought that was an interesting twist. But then, like, Medusa just gives up the belt for money, and I think that's BS because Andre the Giant literally, like, straight up gave the belt to Ted DiBiase as a friend to Ted DiBiase Sr. He gave the belt to him. And we had to do a whole fucking tournament because Andre did that. Andre was just being a good guy. I think it's ridiculous that the 24/7 title is okay. But yeah, you know, this reunion show was just a total flop. And then you have it with, you know, Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, and Ric Flair. And really, to be honest, man, like, the only good thing about the reunion show was The Fiend. I can't believe Bray Wyatt is the saving grace of the reunion show. But Bray Wyatt came out and he did the mandible claw onto Foley. And I thought that was like, oh, wow, that's a cool, you know, I don't know if they're going to do a passing the torch. If, you know, Wyatt now has the mandible claw, it kind of fits with the Fiend gimmick to have him move like that. So I was down. I was like, this is good. But when it came to other stuff, it was like, whatever. Like, you have Stone Cold Steve Austin, he doesn't stunner anyone. He literally doesn't do anything. He just comes out there because of, you know, you son of a bitch. I was drinking beer with all the wrestlers. Me and Ric Flair. What? Nature Boy. And I went upstairs, and then I went downstairs. And just to show that Hogan's a racist, I hanged out with the black people, and I drank beers with all of them. Like, did you notice that Austin in his promo was taking a short jab at Hogan and Flair for being racist, talking about how he was with the brothers drinking some beers and stuff? like, come on, man. You knew that was on purpose. You know, Austin was taking jabs at the Hulkster and Ric Flair, their racist ass over there. Man, dude, that Austin played his cards right with the brother community over there. But yeah, no, overall, man, Raw Reunion was just a disappointment. This is what wrestling is nowadays. It's just like, it's fine to do nostalgia, and I love when other companies, like, people go like, oh, this is why WWE is lacking and failing. All the other companies, they don't rely on nostalgia. What the fuck are y'all talking about? New Japan relies on nostalgia all the time with Chris Jericho and stuff. Freaking goddamn goopy AEW has Chris Jericho in their main event. And Impact Wrestling, oh, they're nostalgia heaven. They always have to have like an ECW reunion every freaking year. Every year it seems like, oh, an ECW reunion. That's a great idea. It's like, man, stop. We're done with ECW and stuff, man. It's all wrestling is nowadays, a bunch of nostalgia. And it sucks. And it's like, people are going to be like, well, Chase, they're going out there performing good matches, but all the matches feel the same. None of these wrestlers have sat there and like actually hit a light bulb and said, wow, how can I be different than every wrestler? And instead we get people that are like, oh, well, MJF. And it's like, yeah, MJF cuts these good promos and he talks about how he's not like every other wrestler, but that's not enough. I want a babyface that's actually pretty good. I can't tell you a good babyface in wrestling now. I guess Roman Reigns is the only good babyface in wrestling nowadays. Yeah, I said it. I'm not going to take it back. Because he wrestles different. He looks different. He acts different than most other babyfaces nowadays. Because most other babyfaces are like, I'm a good wrestler. Let me show you my wrestling ability. And that's just whatever. But yeah, man, Raw Reunion was just a disappointment of a show. Misuse of legends. And just shows like how Vince McMahon, he's on autopilot, dude. He just doesn't care anymore. He's just waiting for the XFL. I don't know if it's going to get better when the XFL rolls around because, Vince, he's not going to give up control. But he needs to start giving up some control. He needs to let Heyman, Hunter, and Shane do something with these shows, man. He needs to just leave the memories alone. He needs to play that Ric Flair song that I know he has on his iPod Classic. Play that shit and start singing to himself, leave the memories alone. He just needs to leave the memories alone, man. He just needs to let it all go, and just have a good time with the XFL, and hopefully that doesn't become a disaster. Because, man, like I don't see how you're making WWE better, And I love how people go like, oh, this is WWE. This is why I watch the alternatives. They're just as good. The alternatives suck just as bad. It's the same wrestling, the same bleeding effect. There's nothing like, tell me something that are in these other companies that make you go, wow. Because I can't tell you, man. And I was going to be like, oh, if you're so negative about wrestling, why are you watching it? Because I want it to get better. I watch to support. I watch because I hope there's something that will catch my eye. That's just the bottom line. I enjoy it still. But, for me personally, I'm not a match guy. You're a match guy? Sweet. Awesome. You can love your flips and kicks. For me, it gets fucking repetitive. It's the same shit over and over again. Every show feels the same, whether it's AEW or NXT or WWE. Yeah, you can get a good match. I'll get your heart racing. But here's the thing. It's a good match for that night. It's not a good match where I'm like, wow, I remember that match. Move for move, moment for moment. Like here's the thing. The Young Bucks versus Cody and Dustin from Fight for the Fallen. Good match. But I'm not going to remember it within like 5 months. The only match from NXT recently that I remember move for move, spot for spot, like honestly, that was really fucking good. That was like a good wrestling match was Andrade versus Johnny Gargano. That match is phenomenal. I think it's the best NXT match ever next to Bayley and Sasha Banks because I remember those matches. Those are matches that are burnt in my memory banks. Nowadays, it's just, hey, let's get a match that's good for the night, get people talking that's the match of the year, and then later on the next night, there's a better match. Like, for example, Ambrose had a match, or Moxley, whatever you want to call him, had a match with Ishii. Everyone's like, wow, match of the year, blah, blah, blah. I watched it, and I said, it's a good match for tonight. By 5 months from now, I'm not going to talk about Moxley versus Ishii. That's just how it is nowadays. People just want to rate these matches are good. Look, if you want to know what my matches of the year are, I could tell you, man, and it's not a long list. There's not a long list of matches this year where I'm like, wow, that was memorable. And it's literally like Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan, Cody Rhodes versus Dustin Rhodes, and Shingo versus Ospreay. That's it. Those are the only matches this year where I said, wow, those are match of the year contenders. All the other matches that I've seen, just a good match for that night. But no, nowadays people are just like, oh no, blah blah blah. You want to listen to people that are always, go right ahead. But for me, I'm gonna always tell you 100 how I feel, and it's just like, to me personally, wrestling is just mediocre nowadays, and it's just how it is, man. Like for me, it's just like, I just want wrestling matches not to always feel the same. Like every match, like honestly, it's just so formulaic at this point. And everyone's like, oh, if you watch if you watch a Hogan match back in the day, shut up, because this is like kids who've never watched Jordan or Kobe in their prime or Shaq. It's crazy to say this now, but a lot of these kids nowadays, when they talk about Duncan, Shaq, or Garnett and stuff like that, nowadays they don't even know anything about these basketball players. They just go, oh yeah, if they played in this era, they wouldn't survive against the 3-and-D players. No, they would be fine because they would learn how to become 3-and-D players themselves. Shaq would still dominate in the NBA. You're going to tell me a team wouldn't want a Shaquille O'Neal on their team? Shaq would be a great perimeter defender. He would find a way to up his perimeter defense and stuff like that. Shaq also would have technology and medicine to help him become, super superior and athletic. Look at Zion Williamson. He's pretty much like a baby Shaq. This is why, kids nowadays just watch clips. They just watch moments. They don't watch the full story untold. And they just say like, oh, well, Hogan always had the same matches. He didn't have the same matches. You guys don't fucking watch the whole story. That's your problem. You just watch one singular match and you think that's the whole story. Like, I hate when people watch Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior and they're just like, you could tell who was winning. It's like, no, watch the whole fucking story of the Warriors climb to the top and Hogan as champion for that past year. And you will sit there and say, oh, that's a story. Nowadays, people don't want to watch anything. They just want the match. And they sit. It's like, it's the same shit for a lot of matches. And that's my problem with wrestling, is that every match feels the same. Every match just bleeds together. Like, yeah, they'll do one crazy spot, but that spot is either the spot that gets talked about the weekend. That's like the, what's it called, water cooler talk spot. And it's like a stupid spot. Like the C, like remember when Ospreay did the C4 on Marty Scurll on the outside? A lot of you guys are going to be sitting here with question marks, like the Nick Young meme. Like, but you guys remember that spot when that happened? That's what I'm saying. Nowadays, it's just like that. That's how you get people talking, is doing the spots like that. And then we talk about, oh, was that safe for wrestlers, or was that the right move, and blah 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 blah. Like we just go in this whole discussion of wrestler safety and everything. It's not like talking about how that spot changed the match, or that was like here's the thing. I always talk about, Hogan slamming Andre and stuff, or Austin stunnering Shawn Michaels and stuff. And why do I talk about those? Because those are moments that change wrestling. The moments that people talk about nowadays are like, oh, that's just a stupid spot, or that spot should have not been in the match, or these wrestlers don't care about their, like stuff like that. Like, why am I here talking about this crap? Like, why do I need to come on here and like have to give my opinion about Will Ospreay trying to break his neck? Like, if that's what he feels like he needs to do to get over, go do it. I'm not going to sit here and act like the guy's father or mother and be like, oh, he shouldn't do this. Oh, Aisha, you watch Raw? Shit, that's bad. Oh yeah, I know, but I just always get mad when people always ask why you still watch wrestling if you just why are you still watch wrestling if you get frustrated? Because I know what wrestling can be like when it's good, and sometimes there's a lot of good stuff in wrestling, and I always hope for another period like 2011, or when Orton cashed in on Bryan and we had that nice run of Raws in 2013 that were really good and stuff like that. I always hope for a period like that to show up once again in wrestling for me to like care a little bit. But nowadays it's just like wrestling is so match dependent that I don't feel like, as me, and here's the thing, let's take my wrestling cap off real quick. See this Under Armour hat? Let's pretend this is my wrestling cap. Let's take this off for a minute, okay? Let's look at it from a non-wrestling fan's perspective and a marketing perspective. If you told me like, hey, how can I get into wrestling? I wouldn't show anyone anything from AEW because their stuff is just way too much. Like, there's just way too much car crash and mayhem. Like, a teenager would like that. But from adult retention place, they'll just be like, oh, that's just like so choreographed and fake. And that's just how it comes off. And that's just not me saying that. That's just how it comes off to most normal people. I would show them Care Bear. I would show them Roman Reigns. You show a person a picture of Braun Strowman, he looks like he's a main eventer. He is in a main eventer to us wrestling fans. Us real ones know what's up. But, Braun Strowman looks like a main eventer. Who's texting me at this time? Like, y'all need to realize, man, this is the Chase Oliver moment of time for me to rant and rave. But yeah, man, like that's the thing. People don't wrestling fans don't think like outside the box or think of like, like marketing or business sense. They only think about, what about us? What about us? We're the fans. We're the ones paying the money. Well, here's the thing. Yes, your money is going into the product, but your ROI is not that good. You guys suggest people to be top guys. See Seth Rollins. How many wrestling fans were like, oh, we need Seth Rollins. We need Seth Rollins as a top guy. Roman sucks. Seth is good. Seth. Then Seth Rollins is the top guy. He starts doing top guy interviews. And what happens? He starts saying some stupid shit. He starts saying some stuff that Roman Reigns would say. And I thought, oh, well, it's Seth Rollins. He's going to get away with it because he's an internet guy. And then everyone was like, everyone turned on Seth, to my surprise. They turned on Seth Rollins. They're actually like hating on Seth Rollins. And this is why guys like Seth Rollins are not top guy material. It has nothing against in-ring ability or anything like that. Seth Rollins is probably one of the best pure overall wrestlers in the world today. If you did a pound for pound ranking, he's top 5. But here's the thing. When it comes to other stuff of being a champion, he just doesn't have the check marks. People always wonder why WWE pushes certain guys, or why did they go with this guy or just try with that guy. Well, it depends on how they do with the media. And I know everyone's gonna be like, well, that does fucking matter. That does matter. All the media stuff, all the extra stuff you gotta do, you gotta be presenting yourself as a world champion. Why do you think Kofi still has the belt? Oh, it's like, blah, blah, blah. No, Kofi still has the belt because he's probably hitting check marks that Vince didn't think he would hit. He's doing a good job with the radio calls. He's doing a good job with the morning newspaper and everything like that. He's hitting the check marks. We're not hearing anything about Kofi Kingston saying controversial stuff that makes the WWE look bad. No, he's doing a good job. Seth Rollins, he says a bunch of stupid stuff that he doesn't need to say. He doesn't need to comment on everything. Look, if I was WWE champion, it doesn't matter how much like I really have to say. I'm going to say what I need to say to keep my belt and to make the money and to help my company. Because ultimately, I'm the world champion, and ultimately, my goal is to make WWE better. You know what? If someone said, like for example, if I'm WWE champion, someone said, Chase, what do you think about AEW? I would just be like, great, more competition. That's awesome, man. I can't wait to see what they do, but hopefully I can perform better, and hopefully we get more fans than they do. That's all I'm going to say. Am I saying WWE is better than AEW? No. I'm just saying I hope we outperform them. I'm just saying I hope we outperform them. That's all I'm saying. That's basic public relations. That's basic media 101. But it's like Seth Rollins and WWE. It surprised me because WWE is this multi-billionaire company. They don't have basic media relations. They don't have basic public PR for their wrestlers. Or I'll just say no comment. I'll just say, I really don't have a comment on this time. I'm here to talk about WWE, not talk about another company and stuff. But off the air, I'll have all the time to talk to you off record about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just say off record. I'm not going to sit here and go like, oh, WWE is best company in the world. Like, because like, here's the thing. Like, I get it. You're the top guy and you present yourself, but you're making it seem like you're just a homer. You're not doing a good job at being a realist, but also not doing a good job making your company look good. Like that's what some people need to understand. That's what Seth Rollins, people need to understand when making a top guy. You need a guy that can hit the check mark besides he's a good wrestler. And everyone nowadays is a good wrestler. We have enough of those good wrestlers. We need guys who can be great, and not just in the ring, but outside the ring too. And there's a reason why Roman Reigns has been the guy for quite some time. There's a reason why WWE trusts Roman Reigns. And it's because he hits check marks that Seth Rollins can't. And I know that's going to upset a lot of people, and a lot of people will disagree with that, but it's the truth. And that's just the bottom line, because Chase Oliver says so. So thank you guys so much for listening to me rant about Raw Reunion, about Seth Rollins and top guys and my current state of wrestling. Now it's time for the fun part, the Q&A and stuff like that. So go ask your questions and everything. I'm always down for the questions. If you guys haven't already, give a like to the video. More likes equals more views for Chase Oliver. And if I get more views, it helps. Thank you so much, Ashley Chambers, for watching me later. You can use this as a podcast or something. Yeah, you know, Wrestling Brand 316, you hit the nail on the coffin, man. We need a top guy that hits the check marks. And nowadays people don't realize that. This is what I've been advocating for years, but wrestling fans just want to focus on inside the ring. Inside the ring only gets you so far. See Chris Benoit, see Eddie Guerrero, and stuff like that. Aisha, my friend, asked, so what's going on with this Rollins and Becky shit? Is this the Edge Lita type of couple thing that is trying to have chemistry in the ring? No, it's like, so for whatever reason, WWE said, oh, Becky's popular and Seth's popular. Let's just pair them together because it will naturally work. But here's the thing. My friends, like, you know, some of my girlfriends, some of my girlfriends' friends like me. But just because they like us does not mean we have to be together all the freaking time. Sometimes some of my girlfriend's friends could end up hating me, or my friends can hate some of my girlfriends, if you get what I'm saying. Just because we work, just because we're awesome together, doesn't mean it clicks all the flipping time. And that's the problem with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, because they click maybe in real life, but they just don't click in the ring and no one really cares. Do you think Orton will win the title at SummerSlam? He should. If he doesn't, it's a travesty to the wrestling industry. Hey, Chase, sensitive subject, but what about your reaction about hearing the boxer's ultimate accident? Oh, I heard about that. That one boxer who passed away because of his injuries on Friday. You know, that's just the territory with the sport. You know, boxing is a dangerous sport, and if you take damage like that, that's just what happens. You know, I've seen guys take like a lot of damage and they end up being fine. Sometimes it just happens, and you just gotta, and it's just up to, you know, boxing and the commissions to find out how the brain works nowadays. Hopefully, you know, they can do some studies on the dude's brain and they can figure out what got hit, and we can find ways to protect that in the near future. You know, it's like up to the boxers too, because sometimes boxers, and more so than MMA fighters, they just want to keep fighting. You know, sometimes the boxers, they just want to keep fighting. They just want to keep fighting because that's what they believe in. And I get it, us as fans, we kind of like when we see a guy go out on a shield and be a warrior and stuff like that. But sometimes you got to know when's enough is enough. Like, you got to keep your fighter's safety. That's why with MMA, a lot of the MMA coaches, they do a great job where they just tell them, like, hey, you're done. Like, you know, I never get mad when a fighter gets told they're done. If a fighter looks like they're getting beat up or they look like they're just out of it, like Ortega versus Holloway, for example. If you guys watch Max Holloway versus Brian Ortega, I think last December, Max Holloway was peppering Ortega, and Ortega wanted to go, and it was a great fight. The fight wasn't ruined because Ortega's corner was like, no, dude, you're just taking too much punches. You're not showing that you can survive the next round. We got to take you out. I wasn't mad. The fight was still great. It's still one of my favorite fights to watch and everything, but that happens. So, yeah, man, they just got to find a way, you know, better protection in boxing and just figuring out what happened. It's a shame, though. Is AEW a more serious Chikara on a bigger stage with their terrible comedy? Yes. That's a good comparison. I always forget about Chikara. Thoughts on wrestling Wrestle from current All Japan Pro Wrestling passing away from a motorcycle accident? What the man? What's with all these people dying like crazy causes? Oh, that sucks. I didn't hear about this story, so I have to look it up later. If the WWE bought up good storylines for their matches, do you think WWE would be great? Not great, but WWE would be passable and at least watchable. Because sometimes the matches just go on too long, or the matches feel the freaking same. Because I'll watch a super kick from the Usos and then I'll see the super kick from Dolph Ziggler. What's the difference? So AEW is the new WCW. Stop, Aisha. Don't. I know you haven't been watching, but stop, man. Man, I'm really out of touch with wrestling. Is AEW kicking something? No, AEW's. It's not kicking anyone's ass. It's just the same shit, Aisha. They do triple threat and 4-way matches for lazy booking. They only care about what the elite are doing. They don't give a fuck about any other wrestlers. They only care about the elite, and that's just the bottom line. RBD is making the bank, man. Making the bank. I love when RBD on the thing he went to go grab the cooler. If the Young Bucks win again at All Out, you're lashing the biggest round on the same old shit. Oh, if they beat the Lucha Bros at All Out, expect you guys remember when Finn Balor got pushed? Do you guys remember that stream when Finn Balor got pushed? At SummerSlam, and I had this probably one of the top Chase Oliver rants ever. Was when I was ranting about, I think that was a rant that I debuted the infamous Jobber Jacket. I think Jobber Jacket debuted because of that Finn Balor debut. I put it on and I just got pissed because I was so annoyed that this idiot named Finn Balor came out of nowhere. This bland person on his first week goes and beats the top guy. So yeah. Best year of the decade for WWE. I'm going to go with 2011. I know it's early, but that was the best year. How did you feel about the OTRS comment on how hypocritical it was that the fans were cheering Austin but booing Hogan? Now, I don't think he was saying like the fans in the arena. I think he was talking about fans on Twitter. I just think it's so stupid that fans go on there and like I get it. You know what Hogan did was wrong, but they're singling out Hogan. But Ric Flair, we have on record too. Teddy Long said that Ric Flair would call him the N-word to his face. There's a page in Ric Flair's book saying he doesn't respect the N-words and he would take him back on the boat himself. Ric Flair has said stuff like this, but he gets a pass. Like that to me, like always just kind of like dumbfounds me. And yes, it is hypocritical sometimes that, we focus everything on Hogan's faults, but we don't focus on Austin's faults, who beat women and was always drunk and everything. We don't focus on Ric Flair's faults. And Ric Flair, he's not some saint. How many marriages does Ric Flair have? Like 6 or 7? Racist. Has probably done things that we have never heard of before. And we have Triple H on the fucking stage. Oh, like he's some angel. Triple H is some fucking angel, right? Like for real. Shawn Michaels is on the stage. Oh, he found God again, Chase. Oh, okay. Before Shawn Michaels found God, he was sniffing cocaine every single fucking week. Before he found God, all right? You look at that stage and it's just like Candice Michelle. Oh, used to do some freaking BDSM porn and stuff. Like look at that whole stage. We can look at that whole stage. We can find faults in every person. But no, Hulk Hogan, oh, he's the ultimate bad guy because he's the only racist on the stage. Yet Ric Flair is on the stage too. And who's to say Austin's not a racist either? He grew up in Texas. That's all I'm saying. Like people need to understand that. Is this like when people single out Hogan for the racism stuff? Look, if you want to single out Hogan for other shit that he did, fine, absolutely. But to single him out because he's a racist, and you're not going to single out Flair, you're not going to mention Austin or anything like that. That to me is just ridiculous. That's where I understand where OTR Central is coming from. And I'm not saying you need to forgive Hulk Hogan. But if you're going to single out Hulk Hogan, you got to single out Ric Flair. You got to single out other wrestlers. Oh, yeah, Triple H wore blackface too, man. So, yeah. Not good times when Balor won the title. When Balor won the title, I want to quit watching. It was terrible. So glad the shoulder injury happened. Otherwise, we would have had a boring-ass Finn Balor reign. The 2019 NBA free agency was insane. Basketball is more interesting in the offseason than it is in season. That's for sure. But yeah, Westbrook and Harden, I question Harden and CP3. So I'm just going to see how Harden and Westbrook turn out to be. AEW is good to me. Let's relate it back to WCW. Don't you think that WWE can improve to the next level based on the storyline and the matches? Yeah, if the wrestlers want to improve too. Because like some of these wrestlers, man, like back in the day, wrestlers would protect each other's finishers and protect each other's moves and stuff like that. So it made all the matches feel fresh and unique. Nowadays, none of these wrestlers protect anything. So like, what's a Death Valley driver finisher for one wrestler? That's like a signature move to another wrestler. And so they need to work that stuff out and protect moves nowadays. Oh, yeah, Jericho and Michael are not saints, man. My favorite CM Punk match of all time would have to be CM Punk versus Samoa Joe from Ring of Honor. But if you're talking WWE exclusively, I'd probably say John Cena on the Raw to face The Rock at WrestleMania. Sorry to mention this, Goon, but did you feel JD from NY just repeats his frustration with WWE and just gives AEW and NXT a pass? I don't watch JD from NY. I don't care. He blocked me on Twitter because I called him out for saying Roman Reigns' cancer was fake. So he blocked me on Twitter and people agreed with me and then he blocked me. That's just such beta instincts. Like, here's the thing. I understand I say stuff that is not the most popular thing when it comes to wrestling. I understand I get into arguments with people. But I follow people on Twitter and I interact with people on Twitter about wrestling because I hope you're adult enough not to block. And if you want to block, fine. But I just think it's beta. So, you know, if you want to be a bait, I've never blocked anyone on Twitter. I can show you guys my block. I think the only thing I blocked was a porn account because I was tired of seeing all the porn on my feed. Like, look, I go to Twitter to like look at wrestling memes and sports memes and stuff like that. I don't do, you know, I don't go on Twitter to freaking look at porn accounts, you know, like that's not my thing. So let me see. How do you pull up your blocks and stuff like that so I can show you guys that I don't block people? Because like I really don't block people whatsoever. Do you guys know how to do this? Let me see. Because I don't want to give out personal information or anything. Like I don't want settings, list, bookmarks, moments. Is it on the profile? No, that's my actual profile. All right, settings, quality filter, muted words. Unread push. How do you look this up? Advanced filters. Okay. I need to know how I can see who I blocked. Maybe I don't have that because I haven't blocked anyone. Oh yeah. So Aisha, they have this new belt. It's called the 24/7 title. It's a really good belt. It's actually the best thing on Raw. You should watch some of the videos for it. But yeah, Kelly became the 24/7 champion. So it was really good. Yeah, I can't seem to find like the theme. Like I'm not that Twitter savvy. I don't like I'm Twitter savvy when it comes to posting tweets and stuff, but I'm not Twitter savvy when it comes to finding all this. They keep changing it. Yeah, I know that's what I don't mind JDNY's opinion. Like I really don't care, but if you're gonna block me because I call you out on something, that's just beta. Yeah, Deluxe Man's still a thing. He's still doing the same old stuff. It's the same old Deluxe Man. He just drinks now, which I find funny. Just drinks. I think Deluxe Man has muted me because every time when I try to talk to him, he doesn't respond. So I think Deluxe Man got tired of me and he muted me. That's fine. I don't really care. It is what it is. I don't have time to talk to betas about wrestling. If you want to debate, go ahead debate. Don't like that's the problem with the YWC nowadays. Just so many beta people. None of these YWC guys are like back in the day, man, where they would just actually challenge each other and actually have opinions and stuff. Like they're all just so like, I don't know, whiny. Like, I don't know, man. It's sad, dude. I miss the days where you could have like a stream and you could have a fun debate and and then at the end of the day, it's like, hey man, good debate. Like I can tell you, man, ask anyone who has ever debated me. They've always said, hey man, that was a fun time. No one has ever said, you know what, you're a piece of shit, Chase. You're a fucking idiot. I can't believe you said that. No, after every debate I've had with people, everyone's like, man, this is why I like talking to you, Chase. This is how you are. And I said, yeah, man, like, we're just here to have fun. You know, I'm not trying to argue for the sake of arguing. I'm just here because I want to debate wrestling. It's fun. I follow people. I don't agree with all their opinions, but that doesn't mean it's like, oh man, I hate this person. No, it's opinion about a fucking sport where we watch guys wrestle half naked. It's not that serious. I just have fun with it. You got to turn up a character a little bit when it's a debate because who's going to watch me if I'm like, well, you see it? No, man, I got to turn up 100. I got to be like Stephen A. Smith. That's blasphemous. I got to be like Skip Bayless. So, yeah. What was the best thing that happened in WWE so far? Kofi winning the belt. It's not even fucking close. Have you listened to PW Unlimited? They're the new Michael Cole, but you and JD are like Jerry the King Lawler. Wait, who am I? We're like Jerry the King Lawler? Oh, that's weird. I have not heard of PW Unlimited. It's good for him, though. He has a channel. He's doing successful. What's your favorite wrestling group of all time? Evolution. That's my favorite group. Two of my favorites, Orton, Batista, Triple H, Ric Flair. Woo! I loved Evolution. Theme songs, banger. Evolution is a mystery, full of changes no one sees. God's gift to history. Bam, bam. Oh, great song. I know. I saw your story, Aisha, when you went to Mania. That was good, man. I'm glad you had a good time there too. A go-to show, even if a wrestling promotion had good storylines, if wrestlers are bland, then that wrestling promotion still could fail. Yeah, that's true. The wrestlers are the ones that drive the engine. Like, look, WWE is like a nice car, and it's your job as a wrestler with your partner to find a way to make that car perform to its best abilities. You're like a NASCAR driver. You got to find a way with your team to make that better. Oh, yeah, no, Pentagon should be your main eventer. I don't understand. We're here to change the world. You're like all the elite guys are the only ones that matter in AEW. Like that's what my friend said. Like my friend was actually interested in AEW just because he's like, oh wow, something that's as big as WWE. Let's watch this. And so we watched it, and he literally like the first show, Double or Nothing. He literally looked at Double or Nothing, and he was like, oh, that was okay. He's like, so what's so special about this? Like he's the one who's been telling me it looks like NXT, it feels like NXT. And I said, I've been telling people for months, all AEW is going to be is NXT with Pyro. He's like, yeah, that's all it felt like to me. He liked Cody versus Dustin. That was the only match he liked. Like literally when he saw Hangman Page come out, and I said, yeah, that guy's going to go for the world title. He laughed. He was like, what, really? Against two? And I was like, the winner, Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega. And you're like, oh no. Like he literally said, oh no to Hangman Page. And this is not me saying, oh well, because he's like, I don't have any influx on my friends' likes and dislikes in wrestling. My friends are casual. I'm not gonna sit here and force them to like the things I like. But yeah, man, AEW, man, it's just like, you know, they have stars, they just don't know which stars they are. They only care about the elite, the elite. Like the Young Bucks, man, they're trying to cut this serious promo against Pentagon and Phoenix, and they're like, and then like, oh, freaking one of the idiot Jacksons, Matt, Nick, whatever one has a goopy sideburns. He was like, in my huevos, I had to use Google Translate for that. And then Nick goes, I don't understand Spanish. And it's like, was that supposed to be funny? This is a promo that you're trying to fucking cut for serious ladder of death match at your big pay-per-view, and you're trying to be funny. You morons, dude. Can you guys just be serious for once? Seriously, man. Like, they're such egomaniacs, man. Like they that's the only reason why they didn't go to WWE, because Triple H with Eagle would have eaten their Eagles up, and those fuckers would have been drowning, man. That's just a fact. Did you know that Tom Savini helped make the Bray Wyatt clown mask? Yeah, Bray Wyatt gave him a shout out. And by the way, welcome back, Will Ferrell, number one. Justin from the Tree of Woe show was asking for you. He was wondering where his boy was at. So you should tweet him and saying you were on the Chase Oliver stream tonight. You will appreciate that. Did you hear that Marvel is making a Blade movie? What are your thoughts? Wrestling Fan 316. I'm so excited. Yes, it's not Wesley Snipes, but we got Ali. Mahershala Ali has been on fire. Like he's just been on fire. So I am down with him being Blade. I know everyone's like, oh, we need some. You know what? Wesley Snipes' time has passed. If he wants to do a cameo appearance, sure, I'll take it. But I'm fine with Mahershala Ali being the Blade. That's going to be. I think that's going to be a real. And all these people, it needs to be rated R. It needs to be a horror movie. Stop, man. Y'all are whining about everything, man. Sometimes I feel like Marvel fans are worse than wrestling fans, man. Just let the director play its part, and once the movie comes out, then you can criticize. But don't criticize before the movie comes out, man. John Moxley is amazing right now. I want to go with amazing, but he's much better than he was in WWE for sure. Best years of NXT, best NXT pay-per-view. Best year of NXT was probably the first year they were on the network. That was pretty good. Like the Chase of Sami Zayn and TakeOver Brooklyn. Next to TakeOver Chicago. Those are the two best NXTs for me personally. Let's just see what happens, but it's all about the elite. The elite. Yeah, that's how it is. Did you see the Lion King? Not that Lion King. Kawhi Leonard laugh right now. I had to watch the childhood. I had to watch the OG. after watching that debacle known as Lion King 2019. Oh my God. They took my favorite Disney song of all time and fucked it. They grabbed Be Prepared and was like, fuck you, fuck you. With my teeth and ambitions bared, be prepared. Yeah, prepared for what? For the death of the king. Wait, no king, no king, no king, no. Idiots, there won't be a king. But you just said, I will be king. Stick with me, and you will never go hungry again. Yay, long live the king. Yay. Nothing. They ruined that song. It was shot for shot, literally. It was like shot for shot, like the original. Couple extra scenes, couple ad libs here or there, but like literally, there were robots. Like Simba was a robot. That whole movie, like, like boring. Donald Glover, he lived up to his name, Childish Gambino, because he was childish in this movie. He was no bueno. He was so wooden and boring. It was like he was reading off the script. Beyonce had this carry the movie. And that's not a good sign for your movie. Like, we love Queen Bee as an artist, but when she is the one carrying as the actress, like, to me, and here's the thing, I was like, oh, you can't compare it. It's a new one. Don't compare it to the original. No, I'm going to compare it to the original because that's where they're getting the source material from. Honestly, it was fine for what it was. It's short. I'll give it that. Thank God we finally have a movie that comes out and it's not like 2 fucking hours long for no reason. 59 minutes for this movie, that's fine. If you need a time killer for a movie, go watch Lion King because it's pretty good. The soundtrack is pretty solid. We got a new Beyonce album because of it, so I'm not complaining. But overall, man, this is not even compared to the original. And if I were to show my kids Lion King, I'm not showing them this. Maybe I'll let them check it out in the future or something. If I don't have kids, I'm just saying if I had kids. But I'm showing them the OG Lion King first. Like, the OG movie was way better than this. Like, this one, it's like there is no emotion, and that's the thing, man. Like I wasn't crying. Like I cried when Mufasa died when I was a kid. I was like, like I was crying my eyes out and everything. Like Hakuna Matata, I felt like I was having fun. Like, this movie just was like, all right, here's the script. We're just gonna release it because it's money. Like Mickey Mouse was like, oh, I'm making all this money this year. Oh, I'm gonna make money with Lion King, motherfuckers. That's all Mickey Mouse cared about, man. Making that damn money. California. That's how I feel about AJ Styles' new shirt, Global Wars. That's actually a cool design. Why can't Disney just leave our childhood movies alone and just make new movies? Because they don't have the creative juices anymore, man. It's always the sequels to the movies that came out during our childhood. Like Pixar will grab something out of their ass and they will make a good one, like Frozen. No, like seriously. Who thought, oh man, like Frozen was gonna be some hit? Like, and that's the thing. That's the thing. Like Frozen to this day, like people still watch it, talk about it. Let It Go is still one of the most popular songs ever. Like that's the problem. Like Disney nowadays doesn't even try to take risks like Pixar. Pixar's the one that says, hey, we're gonna do this movie. Sometimes, yes, not all the Pixar movies hit, but for the most part, they mostly hit. And so it's just like, why don't you guys try? Like, and that's the problem. Disney doesn't try with their animation department anymore to try and make a movie that could hit. Because they can, man. All it takes is a couple catchy songs, and if the kids like it, that's all that matters. You're not trying to market to me. You're trying to market to the kids. But Disney just feels like, oh, well, we can market for everyone. This movie's for everyone. It's a remake. People are going to like, not everyone's going to like seeing a remake. Like the Little Mermaid remake. My biggest fear is not because, oh, Ariel's black. I could care what race Ariel is. My biggest fear is, how are they going to present this movie? That's my biggest fear. Like, what are they going to cut out and sacrifice that made the Little Mermaid? Because there's so much you can do from the live action and CGI compared to cartoon animation. And that's the problem. Cartoon animation, it's just something that's a dying art nowadays. People don't like it that much anymore. People like more of the anime style drawings that you see from traditional Japanese television that, you know, they've been spoiled with some sick animation and stuff. So yeah, man. Timon and Pumbaa spinoff, yeah, maybe they can do Lion King 1.5, like they did in real life. Beyonce did. She was the only good actress, like to me personally. Thoughts on the trailer for the new Pixar anime movie Onward, with the two main characters being voiced by Tom Holland and Chris Pratt. That movie looks phenomenal. It looks like another Pixar pulls something out of their ass, and it's going to be good. California, here we come. California. That's how I feel about the OC. Why? Come on, WWE. Why are you calling them the OC? Oh God, man. That's just bad, man. Like, honestly, the live action one is a good, like, I'm bored and I don't want to be in the heat type of day type of movie to watch. But I say wait for this to come out on Netflix. Like, you know it's going to be on Netflix eventually, or Disney Plus. Like, once that gets on Disney Plus or Netflix, go watch it. Eat your heart out. I would not say waste money on it. Like, $2.99 is the most I would buy that movie for, because that's how much you can get The Lion King for rent on YouTube. But yeah, man, I would definitely say, like, you don't need to see 2019 Lion King. Like, I'm just a big Lion King fan. It's my favorite Disney movie of all time. Are you going to see It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood? I'm going to wait for that one, Will Ferrell. You know, I love Tom Hanks, but I got to wait and see, man. Like, I like Mr. Rogers too much. I don't want some dark-ass Mr. Rogers. I haven't even seen the trailer for it yet, so I can't really say, but I'll wait on that one for sure. Would you rather show your kids, like, The Lion King 2.5? Oh, yeah, I'll show them Lion King 2 and 1.5 before 2019 Lion King all day. Lion King 2 has one of the most underrated songs. Deception, disgrace, the scar that's written on his face. Like, oh, it's such a great song. Lion King 1.5, that's a funny bits, but yeah. I like the Cats trailer. That shit scared the fuck out of me. I was like, oh, hell no. What is this? This is taking it too far now. These furries are going to have a great time with that cat movie, that's for sure. The furry nation, oh, they have all the spank material in the world. What is your overall thoughts on Marvel Phase 4? Great question. I think Marvel's being ambitious. I think Marvel is finally realizing, like, hey, you know, they lost two of the big names in Captain America and Iron Man, and the Hulk to some degree is kind of like lost out there. And you know, this is like when WWE lost like Hogan and Austin and stuff like that. Like, you're losing two of your top guys. Now it's time to build new ones. And I feel like, you know, with Shane Lee, the Internals, and Blade, they're showing they're not messing around. Like, they're showing that, hey, you know, we're still going to be a big deal. And let's not rule out, you know, RDA returning for one more move, or RDJ, I should say. Sorry, I don't know. I'm Rafael Dos Anjos. My bad. Let's not talk like RDJ or Chris Evans showing up for one more movie, because they could. You know, they definitely could, and stuff for like the big Avengers movie. But I like the ambition that they're going with. I think the Disney Plus shows are a good sign for these Marvel movies. You know, like I like Disney Plus is a must get. Like, I feel like Disney Plus has to be a must get for any like Marvel fan or Disney fan in general. Like, I'm going to get Disney Plus. Like, I have not been excited for a streaming service in such a long, since the WWE Network, honestly. So for me personally, I feel like they're doing a great job with Phase 4. They had a good success rate. You know, not every movie I'm excited for, but when I saw the cast for Internals, I was shocked. I don't even know that much about the Internals, but they got a star-studded cast for that movie. And you got that for Internals. Holy shnikes. So, yeah. And let's not forget about the Netflix shows that they had, too, because in 2 years, Daredevil was able to be on the Marvel movies. Same with Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and well, Jessica Jones has to. I think it hasn't got canceled yet, because it should be canceled now. And Iron Fist. So Netflix made a deal with the Disney movies, and this is why you didn't see any of the Netflix heroes and the Avengers or anything like that. They made a deal where if these guys got canceled, they couldn't appear in any other Marvel properties for 2 years. That's what Netflix made the deal with. So, yeah, so that should be exciting. But yeah, I'm excited for Phase 4. I don't think it'll be as good as Phase 3 was, because Phase 3 you're building up for one of the biggest attempts we've seen in the cinema, but I think it'll be good. No, Scar was played by someone else. I can't think of the name. It's a hard name to pronounce, and I don't want to come off as ignorant by trying to pronounce it when I don't know. Who do you want to win the 24th title? What's your favorite wrestling ad that is, and is the Jeff Hardy's rooftop promo still your favorite wrestling promo? If not, what is? Jeff Hardy rooftops promo got ruined because I heard the person who lost profits was a child molester. So I that one's gone. It's still one of my favorites, but it's not the all-time favorite. The all-time favorite now is the Christian SummerSlam promo, "We Are Born to Rise," and stuff like that. And he's like, maybe I can win the world title. We are born to rise. Ain't no stopping us. No stopping us. Like, oh, such a great promo. I'm pissed he didn't beat Del Rio that night, but that was a good job. I want a good EC3 24/7 title run. Just give me that good theme song. I think you could work with it. It Chapter 2 looks insane. Like, oh my, no Laura. The first It ruined me. Like that movie was insanely good and scary. I think I have to wait for DVD for It Chapter 2. Not because it's bad, but I don't know if I can handle it in a theater, man. Like the first one, I barely handled in a theater. Is there a live action Disney? Oh my God! Stop messaging me. Work. Okay. Is there a live action Disney movie you enjoyed watching as much as the animated one? Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin. Beauty and the Beast #1 for sure. I thought the Beauty and the Beast live action one, that is the top tier of Disney live action movies. Like it hit the scenes beat for beat. The person who played Belle was great and perfect in a role. The Beast character was really good. I enjoyed it. Beauty and the Beast and Beauty and the Beast is not even my favorite Disney movie. Like I like it's probably like in the mid tier for me. And Aladdin was actually really surprising. For as much stuff as Blue Will Smith got, I enjoyed it. So yeah. Watch them do a live action Toy Story movie or a little more. Oh no live action Toy Story, please. That'll just give me nightmare. Thoughts on the Cats movie? I gave thoughts, man. I think it's gonna be like it's gonna be some spank pick material for these furries. You know, Vince knows about the Bullet Club and he's watching AEW. That's why the original club is coming out. Yeah, because the club still makes money. So yeah, I think Cats is going to be a great horror movie, man. Oh yeah. Endgame beat Avatar. Good for them. They have to release a special. They had to trick people into going back to the theaters again. I saw Endgame personally 4 times in the theaters, and I liked it all 4 times. Now my favorite Marvel movie, Winter Soldier. That's the best. Oh God. I can't believe how much I walked out of Winter Soldier loving that movie. Like I saw Winter Soldier like 8 times in the theater. It was great. So yeah. Nothing much, Ross, just chilling doing a live stream. Do you think Disney will ever make a live action movie for the Black Cauldron, one of their worst movies ever, and it's not acknowledged by them? Well, they're making a second Maleficent, and that wasn't a good movie, Xandar, so I wouldn't be surprised. Thoughts on the G1? I'm a little bit behind, but so far, pretty solid G1 for sure. Nothing too special. Not a lot of matches that are going ooh and ah, especially from the A block side of things. But Jay White being a loser, that's #1 in my books. Why do you think anime live action films don't do well? Because here's the thing, man. Anime, they just do a bunch of crazy shit. You can't. There's not enough CGI that can make you believe that crazy shit's possible. Like for real, you can't do a Dragon Ball live action, man. There's just way too much going on. Like the only movie I feel like you can do live action for is Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon. Detective Pikachu showed you could do live action Pokemon and stuff like that. But Yu-Gi-Oh! You just need good holographic cards and the monsters beating each other up. All these other anime like Naruto, Dragon Ball, Black Clover, My Hero Academia. Actually, My Hero has a possibility of being a good anime live action and stuff like that. And also too, what hurts is the studios and the production companies. They ask for certain things that are just stupid. So that's another reason why studios get along with that. What's up, E-Border? Thoughts on Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends? I have not seen those two Halloween movies. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Halloween guy. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, some more my type of movies. I've seen a couple Halloweens. I saw the most recent Halloween, but I haven't seen Kills or Ends. I don't know if those are movies or something else. So I apologize, no Laura, that I couldn't answer your question with anything good. Besides, I haven't seen them. Thoughts on Captain Marvel and the Brie Larson drama? What is she up to now? She's still doing her little protesting. Oh my god, dude! Like all the casting that Marvel has done, she has to be like the worst. She makes you hate Captain Marvel. Like when Captain Marvel comes up in Endgame and saves the Avengers, I was pissed. I was like, no, man, I don't want this. Get off the screen. And she's like, hi, Peter Parker. I can take that. And if you guys haven't seen Endgame, it's been out for like 3 months now, so stop. She's like, hi, Peter Parker. I can take that from you. And it's like, oh, God. Hate her. What do you think of the Pacquiao fight? Pacquiao whipped Keith Thurman's ass. Keith Thurman was young and thought he could beat Pacquiao, but Pacquiao showed that old man strength. Oh, okay. So they're not they're new movie. They're making more? Oh my god, what the hell? No, let's just stop with these Halloween movies. No, the last one was good enough, man. Oh my god. More? I thought these were old movies. They sound like old movies. Oh, hell no. No more Halloween. Stop. The best WWE roster, probably like 02. The worst WWE roster, probably 2014. Not going to lie. Who's the most hated wrestler right now? Probably Seth Rollins. Or no, Corbin. Oh, Baron Corbin. Yeah. People don't like Corbin. Baron Corbin comes out, people just hate him. So yeah, I know Corbin. Thoughts on the last house on the left? I have never seen that movie. Maybe I've seen it and I haven't forgotten. It sounds familiar. Is it a horror movie? I'm not a big horror movie person. Like you guys think I am. I'm not. I only like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's the one odd exception. Oh yeah, dude, Spider-Man the anime series. Spider-Man, radioactive Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man. Yeah, dude. I love that show, man. Like Black Cat was one of my cartoon crushes and stuff like that. Peter was awesome in that show. I always remember the episode. I don't know if it was a nightmare or if it actually happened, where he turns into a spider and stuff like that. Yeah, no, that started my love for Spider-Man, dude. I remember one time back when YouTube wasn't so strict, but this was back when like 2013, I found someone who posted all the episodes and I binge watched them and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, let's get another Friday the 13th, man. Like no more Halloweens, dude. The last one was just whatever. The best wrestler, in my opinion, Okada. It's not going to change anytime soon. But the IWC's opinion is Ospreay. Everyone is on the Will Ospreay jerk train. They're like, oh, Will Ospreay, he's hot. So that's where they're at right now. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, that's a good thing about Dragon Ball Evolution. Got Toriyama to pick up the coin again and do something like that. Would you be afraid of the Hollywood to make a live action Naruto movie? Yeah, it'd be terrible. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, oh, like I couldn't even imagine, dude. And just thinking about how Aniplex would get involved, the studio and stuff. Like, oh god. And then Kishimoto would get involved, and we all know how Kishi is nowadays. He doesn't even know what to do for the Naruto spinoff, Boruto. Yeah, Chase watches anime. I hope you guys know that. That should be nothing new by now. Avatar is doing 4 movies. 4? What are you gonna do? You can't rip off Pocahontas 3 more times. 4? Oh my goodness. Oh. Jesus. 4? We're gonna have to see more fucking sex scenes with the hair. Or yeah, I heard that Becky's with Seth. Kane needs to play Voorhees. No, he needs to make See No Evil 3. Thoughts on Chris Rock directing Saw? What? This is a thing? Chris Rock's going to direct the Saw movie? At least it's going to be funny, at least. Will Ospreay is okay. Oh, don't say that to in front of the YWC. What made me laugh is the episode in the 90s version of Spider-Man is when the finally unmarked unmasked Peter the Sinister Six and Fisk couldn't put two and two together. They're both the same person. Fisk was a stupid idiot in that show, but they had the best backstory for the Fisk. That he was too fat to climb the fence and stuff like that. Who you got between It Is What It Is, What It Is, and Mr. Title Shot? I'm going with Frankie. No, not Frankie. I'm going with Max Holloway. Frankie Edgar doesn't have a chin for Max Holloway. Are you kidding me? I don't think Max Holloway is that broken up by the Dustin Poirier loss either. He seems pretty fine. So he's still snowboarding and doing a bunch of weird shit. So he's fine. When Endgame came out, one of my classes had kids that would not shut up. Oh, really? Oh, I hate those kids. I saw Endgame and they're like yelling spoilers. Like, dude, shut up, man. Not everyone's seen the movie yet. It would be worse if they did a live action One Piece and it never ends because they never find it. Oh, yeah. How? Here's the thing. I've never watched, like, I watched One Piece in the beginning. I stopped watching One Piece. I forgot. I can't even tell you the fucking arc. It was a tournament. I know that. I'm sure it was a tournament arc. It was post the time skip. And then I stopped. And I get it. One Piece is good. And I've seen some One Piece fights and they're good. But I never watched it since, man. Do I read manga? Yeah, I read some manga. The manga I'm currently reading is the basketball manga, Sora no Hiku. It's a basketball anime that's coming out later this year, so I want to read it. It's actually pretty good. It's an old-ass manga. You have a bunch of material, but I read that, Dia no Ace, Ace of Diamond. I don't read Black Clovers because I actually like the anime better than the manga. That's just me personally. I prefer anime more than manga, but the manga that I actually like Naruto manga more. Naruto's manga more than its anime, to be honest. Like, I read Naruto's manga like way before the anime and stuff like that. So I like Naruto's manga. Dragon Ball manga I like too. My Heroes manga I like better than the anime. Attack on Titan, I read the manga more than I watch the show. I read my fair share of manga, and then I also sometimes read light novels, but I just put the light novels. There's no pictures. I don't like it. I need pictures, man. I'm boring. So yeah. Kishimoto doesn't do Boruto? Oh god, no wonder why it's kind of worse. James Cameron wants to do 4 movies because he wants the CGI to be breathtaking for the movie. God damn, fucking James Cameron's a lunatic, and I appreciate for him. Did you hear about John Jones strip club incident? Yeah, man. John Jones is a psychopath. Dude, Ross. Straight up, man. Just straight up. When you talked about watching Dexter, I thought about, like, Ross, I literally thought about you. Like, I was like, just like that Prison Break, man. Like, oh, I've been rewatching Prison Break on the Fox thingamabobber that you can watch it on. Oh my god, dude. Great time. If you guys don't know, Gold Standard 000 and I, we would go on Skype and we would watch TV shows together. It was like such a good era. We watched, like, I introduced Ross to Dexter and Prison Break. I was like, hey, Ross, have you seen these shows? He's like, no, I'll go check them out though. And we would just sit there and we would watch shows together for like hours on end. And Prison Break, like every time when I watch Dexter for certain moments, I just start laughing because I think of Ross, man. Like, I was actually thinking about Dexter and I was thinking about you, Ross. Like, I've been rewatching Dexter too, man. Dexter's great. What season you on, Ross? I'm on season 3, the boring season before we get to the Trinity Killer stuff. Sometimes too, when you rewatch a show and it's been a while, you forget certain stuff, man. And that's the good thing about those shows, man. Oh no, I've watched Endgame. I've watched Endgame already. I've watched Endgame like 4 times. I'm just saying, like, you know, in the beginning when kids are like super loud about it. Oh yeah, dude. Black Cat from the 90s version of Spider-Man, Daphne from Scooby-Doo. Oh, and April from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The hottest cartoon girl. Oh, and Lois Lane from the Superman animated series. Oh, the hottest cartoons, man. Like I don't know how these people were like, oh, we gotta make these cartoons hot. Like, oh god. Like, I was just like, god damn, dude. Again, no, Black Cat, man, dude. Yo, Chase, why are you not watching this Yankees versus Twins game? Why the fuck would I watch that? I'm a Cubs fan. I'm not gonna watch the Yankees and Twins. Fuck. Are the Twins still good? I think they are. I don't watch AL enough. I have Ross to keep me up with the AL. I watch mostly NL stuff. Do you like Freddy Krueger movies? Not really. Chucky movies I like, and I did not see the new one. Do you watch Inside the NBA? Who doesn't, man? That's the best NBA show. Do you think that One Piece will ever end or will keep going? One Piece makes that money, 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 money. So it's gonna keep going, man. Like One Piece, I think it's on its 20th anniversary, right? I don't want to be wrong about it. I don't remember when One Piece started, but I don't think One Piece is gonna end anytime soon. And it doesn't need to. Fans are not complaining about it. They seem to enjoy it still a lot, and the writer seems to like writing for it still. So yeah. Do you think that what was the question? Floyd and Pacquiao are beefing on Instagram at the moment. Oh shit! Here comes the rematch no one wanted. Make a plea to Vince McMahon to change Raw and SmackDown. I did in the beginning of the video, Global Wars. I said he needs to do something. Cell or Kid Buu? Oh, Cell. Kid Buu was funny going but Cell was just so much better as a villain. Thoughts on the Hana Kimura of Stardom's Tokyo Cyber Squad? What is this? Degenerate Shotgun. I'm sorry. I'm so lost on what you're saying here. Imagine the Chase Oliver series, then we debate whether the manga or anime was better. I'm pretty sure people will say the anime is better. I'll get a good voice actor too. Like I'll get Johnny Young Bosch to voice me and stuff like that. I'll be voiced by Ichigo and shit. So yeah. All right, let's see. I want to be Michael Schofield. My friend's mom, she says like it's such a waste. He's so hot and he's with the gay community. And I was like, oh, that's a spicy take. So yeah. Yeah, Michael Schofield was crazy, man. And I got these tattoos. It's actually a tattoo of the blueprint of the prison. Like, what the fuck? Like, who thought about this shit? Like, Michael Schofield did. Michael Schofield knew everything before he went to prison. Like, Sucre was going to, Money Cruz, Sucre was going to be part of his plan. C-Note, he didn't plan on T-Bag or something. Like, oh my God, dude. Michael Schofield thinks of everything like 50 steps in advance, dude. The tattoo thing, you guys need to understand. When I was a kid watching Prison Break, when Schofield revealed the tattoo thing that they were blueprints to the prison, that was the most mind-blowing thing as a kid. I was like, what? So yeah, man. Oh yeah, Dexter season 5 was like, but you should watch season 6. Season 6 was pretty solid. But who the fuck was on there? There was Colin Hanks, I think, was on there. He was the main villain. Rank these 1 being the best. Dragon Ball's 1, Yu-Gi-Oh's 2, and Naruto 3. Chase, I'm rewatching Gossip Girl XOXO. Oh, did I introduce you to Gossip Girl? Did I introduce you? I thought you already watched Gossip Girl. No, Gossip Girl, that's a prime CW show. They're bringing that shit back on HBO Max. Do you watch Black Lagoon? No, I have not watched one thing of Black Lagoon. You pumper the Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw? Yes, I am. I cannot wait for that movie. I was sold on the trailer when The Rock was holding the helicopter by a chain with his bicep. Like, that made me sold on the show. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, Dokes, our boy. Surprise, motherfucker. Rest in peace, Dokes. Dexter season 1 was good. Yes. Dexter season 2 was decent. Oh, hell no. Dexter season 2 was great. Season 3 was definitely Season 4 was awesome. Season 5 was Season 6 was okay. Season 7 was great as well. And Season 8. Oh, Raven from Teen Titans. I didn't feel anything for Raven like that. You know, like Raven and Starfire I couldn't, because like Starfire was orange. Like she weirded me out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which is your favorite Prison Break season? Oh man, season 1 is definitely the GOAT. But I like I always forget the seasons off the top of my head. But I also like the season where they're in that one jail that's where they have to fight to the death and stuff like that. And Michael Schofield saves them with the water, and Kapowski's in there too, and the freaking CIA agent that killed Tweener's in there as well. I like that season. Like that season's really good too. I forget what season it is off the top of my head. Oh yeah, Gossip Girl. Yeah, dude, Gossip Girl's great, man. It's a great show, dude. XOXO, Gossip Girl. Rank the wrestling promotions from 1 to 5. Well, you gotta give me a list. There's like a bunch of wrestling promotions. I'll check out Black Lagoon. There's just too much I'm watching. Like I'm watching my trash anime and Fairy Tale. I gotta binge watch Black Clover. I'm watching Grand Crest on Netflix. Then there's Firing Squad. Then I'm rewatching My Hero, and then I watch Boruto when Sasuke's on because I could care less about anyone on Boruto. No, I don't. I have not watched one season of Walking Dead. It's just not my type of show. Um, I saw like bits of season one, but I'm just not big into zombies. Like I don't know, zombies really do freak me out and stuff. So that's the reason why I don't watch it. So yeah, season three. But Ross, we like season three, man. T Mac was our boy. McGrady and the guy Ross and I, we had great commentaries, man. like we would always make fun of the show and stuff. And that one girl who was we said that was molesting LJ and stuff like that. That one hot bitch. Yeah, McGrady. I don't think we ever learned what was McGrady's real name. We never learned his name. We not like, and McGrady was the one character. They never had a backstory. Prison Break would always have a backstory for every freaking character, and every character would what's it called? Every character would have like this long-winded backstory, and then Michael Scofield would be like, and that's why I was recruiting him all the time. McGrady didn't get anything like that. We just knew McGrady called his dad. His dad came in clutch when Sucre fucked up in the whole negotiations and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, McGrady's dad came in clutch, dude. Oh yeah, dude. There's always a new meme. If you want to be in the meme culture, you need to be fast with it. Oh yeah, Dokes is one of the best characters in all of Dexter, man. I remember I was waiting until season 7 for one episode, and I didn't. And trust me, I'm bad with Ross. Like I'll spoil stuff with Ross every time when we would watch a show because Ross will ask a question, and I'll be like, "It's a spoiler, but I can tell you." But man, I did not spoil that episode, and like Ross and I, we didn't watch it together. I'm like, "Did you watch that episode yet?" He's like, "Yeah, man. I was so happy to see Dokes," and I was like, "Man, I was trying so hard not to." I was like, "Dude." Ever since we watched season 2, and Ross was sad when Dokes died, man. Ross and I, we watched the Dokes die together on Skype, and Ross was like completely upset. Like he was like, man, dude, that was like my favorite character. Like Ross was pretty upset about it too. Like he was like so pissed that Lila killed Dokes. Oh yeah, where he kills Colin Hanks and stuff. All right, I missed a question. Let's see. My favorite season of Dexter. Oh, my best promotion in the wrestling business, probably New Japan right now. And then 2 will be WWE. 3 would be AEW. I guess 4 MLW and 5 Impact. Favorite character from Gossip Girl, Chase, and the worst. Oh, my favorite character is Chuck Bass, man. Dude, Chuck would just get away with everything. The worst character is Nate. Nate pissed me off, dude. Like, Nate is so hypocritical, too. Like, and also, too, you can't lie to Nate. Blair would tear Chuck's heart and do a bunch of fucked up things to him, but Chuck always still loved Blair. Damn it, is that the right characters? Serena and Blair, yeah, S and B. I always get because Blake Lively. I always feel like her character's named Blair, but you get the idea. But yeah, no. So Blair would mess with Chuck's heart, and then straight up, man, Nate. This would be Nate. Like Vanessa would tell Nate, "Oh yeah, I'm going to the library," and then Nate would be so happy to taking a stroll, and you'll see Vanessa with Dan. And then they would go to Vanessa later in the episode, be like, "Look, you told me you were going to the library, but I saw you hanging out with Dan. I just can't do this. It's too much." He'll just break up with characters left and right, and then Nate can go around and fucking whoever, and it's all right as long as it fits with Nate Archibald. So Nate was always my least favorite, but Chuck was always my guy, man. I was always Team Chuck on everything, man. That was the truth right there. All right. Let's see. Oh, you got to see Dexter, Aisha. You have to see Dexter, man. It's a great show. Favorite rapper right now, Drake. I know everyone's gonna be like, yeah. What's the worst anime I've ever seen? Oh god. I honestly actually enjoy a lot of. I enjoy bad anime. Like I'm the worst because I'll watch a bad anime and I'll like it. So I'm kind of the worst person to ask this. It doesn't take me to like your like. Here's the thing: as much as I like with wrestling, I'm like you got higher standards and stuff like that. Oh, with anime, I lower my standards. I just don't care. Like as long as you can find a way to entertain me and stuff. The worst anime. Fuck. Zoids Fusors. Do you guys remember Zoids? Yeah, that would be the worst anime I ever saw. Like that was such a disappointing. Like we went from Zoid, Zoid New Century Zero, and then Cartoon Network showed the amazing Chaotix and New Republic seasons, and then we got this shit. The Zoids are combining like the Power Rangers Megazords, and it just wasn't a fun episode show. I didn't know what the hell was going on at the time. The battles weren't fun. The soundtrack sucked. So I guess that's the worst anime off the top of my head. If you guys remember Zoids. So yeah. Hero? Oh no, I haven't seen Hero. I should check it. I should check that out. Sounds interesting. Did you watch SmackDown tonight? Nope. I heard Orton's going for the title, so that's all I care about. I'll watch it on Hulu tomorrow. I always found it funny how everyone didn't know Dan was Gossip Girl until season finale. It always makes me laugh. That was just such a random twist, too. Like, why Dan? Like, it made no sense to me. Dokes was pretty really good. Sergeant / Detective. He was the best, man. Do you like harem animes? I'm sorry, the only anime terms I know are shonen, which means young boy, isekai, where it means outer world. Is harem animes where there's like a main guy character and he has a bunch of bitches around him, but he's the only guy and all the bitches want him? Because if so, yeah, I do like those kind of animes because that's most anime characters anyways. Do you like Ruby? I like Ruby. I felt like the last couple seasons have been a dip down in quality, to my personal opinion, but it's a good anime with a good soundtrack, so I liked it. The one anime character I hated as a kid was always Sakura. I'm sorry, but she was useless. I like how the writers gave her like such a power up in Shippuden, and then she still kind of was like in Shippuden or in the time skip. For us OG Naruto manga readers, there's never really been a character where I was like, oh, this character sucks. Oh, there's a bunch, actually. There's a lot of wasted potential characters in anime. Are you rated Area 51? And did you watch Friends? And do you play any shooter games? No, I'm not rating Area 51. I like living. Thank you very much. Did I watch Friends? Of course. Who hasn't watched like at least one episode of Friends? Like I'm not some Friends fanatic. But every once in a while, I'll pop it up on Netflix, especially if I'm studying or if I'm writing or something like that. I'll pop an episode in the background because it's a good TV noise type of show. Harem is a genre where there's main characters gets all the women. Yeah. So yeah. I'm good with harem animes. They're fine. Like Shield Hero. That one was like an isekai / harem. You got all the bitches. All the bitches want him. All the bitches want him. Like you got all the bitches. That was a good show. Zoid Chronicles will always be my favorite. Oh man, dude. I don't know if Chronicles is the one that we're talking. No, that's Chaotic, right? Chronicles is the one after Chaotic because like man, dude, my favorite episode's always when the Shield Liger became the Blade Liger. Oh, that shit was hype. When I was a little kid, I was like, oh my god. but like I came from watching Chaotic New Century Zero to watching the Chaotic series. I like the Chaotic series because it was like, oh man, the Zoids are used for war. That's sick. Like, can you imagine if war nowadays had giant animal-like creatures that you can control? Oh, it'd be funny. Friends or Seinfeld? I'm a Friends guy. I respect Seinfeld, but I'm more of a Friends guy. Yeah, Aisha, we know the military's not kidding. That's why I'm not going. Favorite black sitcom? Oh, the Jeffersons. It's not even close with me. Either my wife and kids are the Jeffersons, but Jeffersons takes the top notch, man. 2.5 Men is criminally underrated. Even the Ashton Kutcher episodes, those are really good as well. Like, I don't know why people shit on it. I like them, to be honest. My reaction if Care Bear beat Orton for the pay-per-view, first of all, I'd celebrate because Orton would become a 14-time world champion, and I'd just do this fucking stupid. But if Care Bear won, I'd be pissed off, and I would just go ahead and beat the shit out, Red Pillow. Like, Red Pillow would get a beat down, and I'll probably have the best jobber jacket rant of all time. My childhood anime was Beyblade. Oh, and OG Gundam. Oh, dude, Beyblade. Let's Beyblade. Dude, Beyblade had some of the, like, I don't know who was writing the anime Beyblade American series, but whatever band did this shit, they're MVPs, man. Swing now, but you want to get it now. Swing low, let it rip, Beyblade. Like, oh, they had some bangers, dog. Like, I was like, oh my God, man. Like, I'll get so hyped for Beyblade back, especially when G Revolution and B Force were. Oh, those were banging tracks. The original Beyblade just said, but then later on they had like lyrics ones. Like, oh my God, dude! Like, what other ones that are really good that Beyblade had? Like, oh, singing across the motion, causing a commotion, going down the round, and I'm ripping up the sound. On and on, we keep on spinning. Beyblades, I keep on spinning. Like, something like that. And there's a lot of good ones, man. Beyblade has, honestly, you guys don't believe that the Beyblade soundtrack is killer. After this live stream is over, type in the Beyblade soundtrack, and you're going to sit here and be like, holy shoot, this is like the best soundtrack of all time where I've been in my life. Beyblade was the shit when it came to the soundtrack, man. Different Strokes. I have not seen that many episodes of Different Strokes, to be real with y'all. Nice Mo. Nice No. Oh, you're talking to No Laura. You indeed have the best jobber jacket. I do. My jobber jacket is the best. With Friends leaving Netflix next year and appearing on either NBC or Warner Bros. Streaming service, are you considered getting it? I don't love Friends that much, but if Warner Brothers and NBC had stuff that I like, yeah, I'd get it for sure. Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, I'm a Pokemon guy all the way. Like, here's the thing. I think Yu-Gi-Oh is fun to play. I think there's some merit into Yu-Gi-Oh, but Pokemon is just always the anime is just so much better, man. I've cried so many times watching the Pokemon anime. The Yu-Gi-Oh anime, it's just ridiculous that they're doing this with trading cards, man. Like for real. All right, Yugi, we're going to battle on top of a freaking skyscraper. And if you lose this duel, you fall into the shadow realm. It's like, dude, dog, you're all playing fucking card games, man. I don't need to be this serious right now. Like, for real. Yeah, no, we need Randy Orton as world champion, man. Thoughts on the Women's World Cup? I bet you were salty when the USA beat Netherlands. I root for both teams, but yeah, I was kind of sad when the Netherlands lost. But great run for the Dutch. Great run for the Dutch, yeah. Netherlands soccer lives on. It was great. Oh, yeah, dude. Tyson never put anyone over. I hated G Revolution, too. Tyson was such a whiny bitch in G Revolution. Why you guys leaving the Blade Breakers? Like, crying every fucking episode. Like, dog, can you shut up? I hated him. Yeah, no, Kai should have beaten him, dude. Especially because Kai beat that, who did he beat? He beat the guy that has Zeus as a Beyblade, and then him and Tyson. Beyblade would go insane too, man. Like, there was a point where like Tyson and Kai were punching each other on the stage. Cowboy Bebop and Outlaw Star are great. Samurai Champloo as well. Someone asked me what my favorite anime intro is, but I think they deleted it. My favorite anime intro, it's hard, but Bluebird from Naruto Shippuden. Oh, that shit gets me all the time. I love Bluebird. Such a good song. Tokyo Ghoul has a good one. Like, that's a good one. I think it's like opening 2 or 1. No, I think it's opening 1. No, I think it's opening 2 where it's like like, I don't know what they're saying, but I know those are good openings. Those are good openings I like. Fairy Tale has a couple of good. I think that's why I like Fairy Tale. They have good openings. Like Strike Back's good. Masayuma Chasing's good. The first Fairy Tale opening's good. What else? What else has good openings? So, all right. So let me go scroll down. Yeah, someone asked about the openings, but they deleted the question. So yeah. How much longer do I plan on going here? I don't know yet. You know, thing hasn't crapped out yet, so it's pretty nice. And I haven't streamed in a couple days, so you guys deserve a nice long one. The longer streams actually do better for me, anyways. Notice I'm not talking about wrestling, and look at the view count. People like when I talk about other stuff. That's why I like doing it too. It's a good podcast for people who want to listen to something later. You have knowledge and everything, but back to wrestling. We should have predictions contest for SummerSlam. Oh, we could do that. Global Wars for sure. When we do the SummerSlam predictions, we should have a prediction contest. Maybe maybe I'll buy like a T-shirt for someone for like a SummerSlam T-shirt, or maybe we can buy like a shirt of choice or something like that. We could do something like that for SummerSlam. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Like we could do like a SummerSlam prediction contest and stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool. So yeah, we could do something for SummerSlam. That'd be awesome. We would have to find probably we will do a pick'em. And if you guys are familiar with Pick'em, that's where you guys predict all the matches on the card, even pre-show. And you go from a 1 through whatever, how many matches scale, and 1 is being the match you're the most confident in with all the other matches going underneath. And you have to predict them right. And if let's say your prediction number 1 wins, you get plus 10 points and stuff like that. So we could do something like that for SummerSlam for sure. And we can do like T-shirts or something like that. So yeah. They don't have to be WWE T-shirts. What if you guys want something from Pro Wrestling Tees and stuff like that? Are you a fan of science fiction TV shows? One example being Star Trek. Nope. I like the movies, but I never watched like any of the TV shows. I heard they're good though. Samurai Jack is classic. Oh yeah, dude. Yugi would pull all the cards all the time, man. Yugi was the best of that. Have you watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged? Oh yeah, dude. I love Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Great stuff, man. Do you like Naruto soundtracks? Oh yeah, dude. Naruto soundtracks are hype, dude. Okay, here's the thing. Naruto soundtracks have definitely been beat out by like My Hero and everything like that. But yeah. So yeah. Who's your NFL team? Los Angeles Superchargers. It doesn't sound the same, does it? The Chargers from San Diego of Los Angeles, California. I've been on for over an hour, Dynasty. That sucks that YouTube notifications don't do a good job with it. I've been on for an hour and 27 minutes now. Do I like the Nexus? Oh, I love the theme song. We are one, we are one, we are one. We'll stand together. Number one, the chosen ones. SummerSlam for a T-shirt. Yeah, could be any wrestling T-shirt. Pre-show will be tiebreaker. We could do something like that. We could work the rules. If you want to PM me on Twitter and stuff, and we can work something out, that'd be fun too. So yeah. First rules of Pops training: don't talk about Pops training. Do you want to see Drew versus Undertaker at SummerSlam? That's a hard pass for me, Skip. I ain't gonna watch no Drew McIntyre. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, Drew McIntyre needs to be like facing Sami Zayn or something. He ain't ready for the Undertaker smoke just yet. Wait until Hell in a Cell. Then we can talk about Drew McIntyre being a big deal. Why did the new WWE games suck ass? Because they're all X Division matches. I don't know. They try to go with this realistic engine, but it's not really realistic, man. What old fucks are still in wrestling? Sting. I heard he's making a comeback. Don't call it a comeback. RVD and Tommy Dreamer on Impact and MLW, respectfully. Bubba Ray Dudley's like a world champion in ROH, or he's like a big deal in ROH, right? Matt Taven like sucks or something like that as world champion. But yeah, no, it's just a bunch of old guys nowadays. Yeah. If they put the belt back on Rollins, which I hope they do, what do you think Brock's Money in the Bank reign was a waste? Yeah, why would you give Brock the belt if it's not going to be a long term? Oh, Goldberg also still around, Aisha.
Maybe I got one last badass spear in me.
Babe John Jones promo. Probably when he called DC the biggest pussy he ever met in his life. Are we gonna pretend now, John? Are we gonna act like it's make believe? You were in the back and you called me the biggest pussy in my life. And did you not say that, John Jones? What were you saying, Daniel? And then Dana had to tell him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you are the biggest pussy." my favorite still, like, I know we've had a bunch of MMA one-liners that are really good, like I'm not surprised, motherfucker, or super necessary recently by Jorge Masvidal and stuff like that, or boom roasted. I know we've had many great MMA one-liners, but holy shit, dude. I still laugh every time when like I'll watch like a funny MMA compilation and it's that John Jones and Daniel Cormier clip where they're getting ready for the ESPN interview, and John Jones literally goes just thinking about it makes me laugh. But when he goes, "Hey pussy, you still there?" And then Daniel Cormier just laughs. He's like, "Yeah, I'm still here," and stuff like that. And then they start talking shit. And then John Jones says, "If you ever spit in my face, I'm going to kill you." How are you going to? You think I want to sit here and let you kill me, John Jones? You think I'm really going to sit here and let me kill you? Let you kill me? You so much great shit, man. So much great shit. I hope we don't see Shawn Michaels and Ziggler. I'm a fearful about that. No, Aisha, you're watch AEW All Out to see if you'll like that company. I do suggest that. Did you hear they might make a new SmackDown Here Comes the Pain remake? If so, would you buy? Oh, heartbeat, dude. SmackDown Here Comes the Pain is probably like my third favorite wrestling game of all time. So yeah, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. Rollins should have the title. Rollins should not have the title. It should be Samoa Joe. Oh, we can get our good Samoa Joe promos. I'm your Universal Champion. And you know what that means? That everyone will face suffering and pain that they never wanted in their life. You see, I'm going to dissect everyone that goes in my way. So we can get those great Samoa Joe promos. Favorite Chael Sonnen promo? Probably like you don't get either the Nogueira horse story promo, or they're not really promos. They're like press conference moments. Either the Chael Sonnen, like the horse promo, or where he's talking about getting a black belt from the Nogueira brothers is like getting a Happy Meal toy from McDonald's. Oh, Anderson. Oh, yeah, dude. Anderson Silva in that time is not press conference. Anderson, you just came back from a surgery. Are you feeling all right? Yeah, guys, I'm back. And everyone just is laughing at him. Like, what the fuck? Surprise, motherfucker. Yeah, that's like one of the best ones. That was a meme for a good while, too. Godzilla King of Monsters. Yeah, I liked it. It's a good popcorn eating movie. It was fun. You know, I didn't like how Godzilla was booked as a jobber in the beginning, and then he got some weird power up boost. I didn't like that, but yeah, I liked it. Really good. WWE All Stars 2. I would get that for sure. I don't know if I'd get it on release, but I'd get All Stars 2 probably on the thing. Favorite NBA memes? There's not really any good ones right now, right? I can't, like, crying Jordan, I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, NBA memes keep changing every week. Oh, Kawhi Leonard's laugh. That doesn't get old. Anything Kawhi Leonard, he's become a meme. There should be a remaster of SmackDown 07 remastered. Oh, that'd be great. I can play as Candice Michelle. I can face Trish Stratus again, and she can win the WWE title. Who was the biggest mark out of the following? Young Bucks, Seth Rollins. Oh, Young Bucks. I don't even need to say anything more. You said Sasha Banks, but the Young Bucks are number one. Would you rather have Pizza Hut or watch SmackDown and Raw? I would rather have Pizza Hut. I think I've made a rant about Pizza Hut before, but I would still eat that more than watch SmackDown and Raw. Chase, why does the boxing media want Mayweather to have another fight? Because they're bored, and when Mayweather fights, they get more money in their bank accounts. That's just the bottom line, CPZ. It's like any sport that covers a certain athlete or covers a certain thing. They want to make sure to get the job that makes the most money. And here's the bottom line. Boxing media, no one really cares about boxing unless Mayweather's fighting. Yeah, you know, there's other fighters that help out a little bit. But shit. Mayweather's the one that helps them and gets them more money, gets them more airtime on TVs. Their bank account probably looks a lot nicer. If you're someone who works in boxing media and you see how much Errol Spence Jr. gets you compared to Mayweather, of course you want Mayweather. Oh yeah, where LeBron's like he's all pissed at JR. That's funny. SmackDown versus Raw 08. I can't remember. What was the Royal Rumble on that one? I don't remember the story mode for 08. Was that the first Road to WrestleMania ones? Pick one. New Japan, WWE Invasion, or AEW. Oh, New Japan. I'll be down for New Japan. I love Candice Michelle, man. She's still looking good at 40. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, God. If I could get a wife like Candice Michelle at the age of 40, that would be amazing. Like, if I'm 40 years old and I still have a wife looking like that, I'd be set in life. I wouldn't care what anyone say. What did you think of the Mulan trailer? It looked good. But I'm worried about in today's world of political correctness, if we're going to have it where we're going to change, be a man, you must be swift as a coursing river, because you can't fuck with that song. That song's one of the best Disney songs. So when is Ronda coming back? Sometime soon. What do you think about the John Jones fight? I felt he lost. He didn't look like himself. He looked really bad, honestly. Do an NXT invasion of the main event roster storyline. No. Keep them in NXT. Let them have their fun over there. Maybe an Undisputed Era invasion, but not a whole NXT invasion. The best duo in the next NBA season. What's up, Dre Santi, by the way? I would say, if healthy, LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I think I said before in the Kawhi Leonard stream, I would take PG and Kawhi. But the problem with that is that I think Anthony Davis and LeBron James, it's like you're getting the best player in the world and you're pairing him with someone that people believe is the next best player in the world. And it's between Anthony Davis or Giannis. Everyone in the NBA media has a hard on for one of those two. So for me personally, I think that you're getting LeBron James, and I still think he's the best player in the world. Nothing's going to change my mind on that until I see a terrible LeBron season. And you're going to pair him up with this guy? I think that's the best duo. Because Kawhi does the load management, and Paul George, he's coming off the rotator cuff and the shoulder injury. Harden and Westbrook, I don't even know what the fuck they're doing. Kyrie and KD, we're not going to see until next year. Kemba and Cantor is not a duo, or Kemba and Tatum. I don't know who the fuck you think is the best player on that team. DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker just want to fill up the stat sheet and not win games and stuff like that. Andrew Wiggins is a ghost, so Karl-Anthony Towns has no one. Julius Randle and Taj Gibson is not a fucking duo, or Bobby Portis. So yeah, I can't wait to play as the Knicks in my GM next year. That's gonna be my GM team. I'm gonna have so much fun with that team. I'm gonna just make it where it's like I just have Bobby Portis and Julius Randle and Taj Gibson in my starting lineup. It's gonna be sick. Let's see. Candice Michelle was kind of thick on Raw. Oh yeah, she was looking good when she did that dance. Let me show you what love is. I'm so pissed we didn't hear all eyes on. That was one of my favorite theme songs. Raise your hands up. Raise your hands up. Like, oh, such a hype song. Oh yeah, heavyweight division. You need a good heavyweight division in combat sports. I don't care what anyone says. Like, notice how UFC is a little bit better, and why is that? Because they have a good heavyweight division. You got DC, Stipe, and stuff like that. Francis Ngannou is a star. Like, my friends, they like. Here's the thing. It's so funny because Francis was getting hyped up before his first title fight. He had that bad fight with Derek Lewis. Uncle Dana was tearing him to shreds. Now Francis Ngannou is back on mega star level. Like, my friends, they get so hyped when Ngannou's on. Like, my friends are like, oh, has he fought for the title already? I was like, yeah, dude. And he looked okay against Stipe too. And they're like, oh, no way, you already fought for the title? He didn't win? I was like, it wasn't like he looked bad. He did good. It's just that Stipe was just a better fighter that night. But I said, yeah, no, my friends, they love Ngannou, dude. They get so hyped when they see that fool. Like they're just like, dude, I want to watch Ngannou fight because they know it's going to be a knockout, dude. Dana is like, I don't know what it is with Dana. He hates Ngannou. Like, I don't know what it is. He just hates Ngannou. But yeah, man, when you have a good heavyweight division, it helps. And boxing, you got Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua Jr. Who was the guy that beat him, dude? I'm already forgetting. Andy Ruiz. You have Andy Ruiz and stuff like that. You have a bunch of guys that, you know, are just interesting. Tyson Fury. And there's other guys, too, rising up in the heavyweight division that are good as well. So for boxing is just on a good track right now, and it's great to see, man. It's just the lighter weights. Like, you know, the problem is a lot of the lighter weight fighters, they're not fighting each other, man. because of the PBC and the ESPN shit, man. It's like, fuck, dude, just give us the fights. We want to see Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. We don't want to see fucking Errol Spence fight Sean Porter or Bud Crawford fight someone worth a damn. Lomachenko, he literally has no one in his division. Like every ESPN article that comes out, like the next Loma, that's like, dude, no one's gonna be the next Loma. You can find someone for Loma to fight and everything. But yeah, man, boxing is doing good because the heavyweights are actually good, and same with UFC. And it's good to see, man. When you have a good heavyweight division, that's all that matters, man. It helps. It helps the sport. If I could date any women wrestler in WWE NXT UK, who would it be? I don't know. There's women down there? Tony Storm, I guess, by default. She's the only one I know. I'm not dating Triple H. That's whoever that woman is. She would bury me in a heartbeat. What is my favorite backstage story in WWE I ever heard? Too many to think of off the top of my head. Plus, it's getting late and my brain's getting a little bit fried. But if I had to choose a favorite backstage story, there's something with Edge and Christian. They talked about Tommy Dreamer and his nuts. I don't know why. I thought that was so funny. I guess they played racquetball with Tommy Dreamer's balls. So, yeah. Who would have the best in the WWE? Killer Cross, Brian Cage, or Tessa Blanchard? Oh, Tessa Blanchard, easy. She would be easily the most over one. The Knicks shouldn't be a franchise no more. To be honest, their fans are assholes. 2, no one has one of the most losing records. 3, they can't make good trades to save their lives. I was laughing with the Nets trade. Do you think the NFL are hypocrites when it comes to suspending players? Oh, 100%, man. I'm surprised Tyreek Hill didn't get 2 games. But hey, you gotta keep Ketchup Boy safe.
You gotta protect Patrick Mahomes. Ah!
Do you think Sami Callihan is a bit underrated as far as the ability of taking what Impact gives him and make the best of it? Yeah, he's the Bray Wyatt of Impact Wrestling. Been saying it for months now. So, yeah, he's a bit underrated. He's just not my talent. All right, guys. Feel like we're winding down for the stream. Thank you all for joining me for almost 2 hours. That was awesome. Do you think McGregor fights anytime soon? Late 2019, early 2020. I'm waiting for Habib. I'm waiting to find that rat bastard to fucking come out. He's fighting the guy that I washed in like 2 minutes. I took Dustin Poirier and I knocked him out like a paper bag. Why the fuck would he want to fight him? He knows where the real fight is. It's me. Fuck Habib. Fuck the Diaz brothers. And fuck you too. I love Power Rangers. And Tessa Blanchard's really good, Aisha. She had a really good mixed match with Sami Callihan. You should check it out. She's doing good. I want it all. Yeah, she's good. But thank you guys so much for coming in. You guys are awesome, like always. I'll keep trying to stream. I got a big job interview on Friday, hence the clean shavenness going on here. So wish me the fuck luck on this job interview. Things have been going great in my life. I got accepted to grad school. Got some stuff taken care off my records and stuff when it came to like, bad stuff I did back in the past. I'm just doing great in life, man. I'm just having a great life right now. And hopefully, man, good things keep coming. Thank you guys so much for the good luck, love, and everything. But yeah, hopefully I can do more of these streams and stuff for y'all and stuff. And I do apologize that I don't do as much as I do. Like I said, YouTube is just a hobby. It's not my job. It's not monetization or anything. It's just more of how I feel and how I feel like getting up and being able to do a stream. And I felt like doing the stream tonight, man. I was like, man, let's just do a fucking stream. So yeah, man, we got the stream done. We're going to, hopefully I can get more videos and stuff, man. Thank you all very much. You guys have yourself a wonderful day. Remember, guys, just like our mine and yours, our WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, sometimes you don't have to give a shit in life. And yo. By the way, congrats on getting engaged, Finn Balor. All the shit I give you, you got yourself a dime. That's a 10 out of 10 girl you got, Finn Balor. Props to you. Props to Finn fucking Balor. Yo.